In early 2024, a young Taiwanese developer named Leng, who had made a reputation for himself in the cryptocurrency industry, was on the verge of a life-changing chance. On February 8, 2024, he was in a hotel in St. Lucia, getting ready for a meeting that may determine whether or not he would be successful in his career. He received an invitation to meet with representatives from Fabric BC, a well-known investment fund in the cryptocurrency industry. It was said that they were interested in talking about the possibility of investing in his initiatives. Leng was already a well-known figure in the cryptocurrency realm by the time he was 23. He had gained a significant following because of his good trades and forecasts. He constantly bragged about his VIP Level 3 status on Binance, shared images of his profitable deals, and showed off his increasing collection of NFTs. This meeting would mark the beginning of a nightmare, but Leng was unaware of this. Fabric BC recommended using a special app for the meeting because his English wasn't perfect. This app is designed to interpret speech in real time. The program appeared to be innocent, somewhat like Zoom, but in actuality, it was a complex Trojan malware. After he installed the software, the malware quietly made its way into his laptop, allowing hackers to get full access to his cryptocurrency wallets. In a matter of moments, almost $130,000 worth of NFTs, including a single Bored Ape that was worth a lot, vanished from his digital collection. However, this was only the start of what would become a disastrous chain of events. However, Leng's participation in the cryptocurrency community extended much beyond his public image as a coder. Most people are unaware that he was also the brains of Incognito Marketplace, which was one of the largest and most infamous illegal dark web markets. This marketplace was established for the purpose of selling illegal narcotics and providing instruments for anonymity, including untraceable cryptocurrency services. Incognito was a powerful empire that operated in the shadows of the dark web and was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Leng had taken advantage of his technological knowledge to develop a system that was almost flawless for laundering money and performing illegal transactions, all while keeping up the appearance of being a successful cryptocurrency enthusiast. However, the hack that occurred in February 2024 set off a chain of events that would ultimately result in the downfall of his underground empire. The hackers who carried out the attack unintentionally set off an exit fraud, which led to the collapse of the marketplace's infrastructure. As transactions went unanswered and withdrawals were never executed, sellers and purchasers began to panic. Leng took drastic action in a frantic attempt to hide his tracks. He said that he would release the entire database of Incognito Marketplace, which has sensitive information about buyers and sellers, unless the sellers on the marketplace each paid $20,000 to keep their information hidden. The hackers were now engaged in a perilous game of cat and mouse, oblivious to the fact that they had just triggered the chain reaction that would ultimately lead to the downfall of Leng's empire. Leng was not aware that he was not just an ordinary crypto coder. He was an important participant in a far wider scheme, one that would eventually draw the interest of the FBI. For several years, the authorities had been keeping an eye on the growth of dark web markets, and Leng's marketplace, Incognito, had become well known enough to attract their attention. In March 2020, Leng made a serious error while he was still working on the development of Incognito. He made a schematic that explained how the marketplace would work and saved it in his personal Gmail account. This small mistake would ultimately turn out to be the most important piece of evidence connecting him to Incognito Marketplace. The FBI discovered the crucial information that would ultimately lead them to Leng when they were investigating other dark web marketplaces over the course of the next year. A post on the dark web forum Dread, which was published in November 2020, brought up a new and strange marketplace dubbed Incognito. The FBI was able to make the connection between Leng's personal identity and the marketplace as a result of the forum post and the investigation that followed it. They tracked down Leng as the brains behind Incognito by following the trail and using transaction data and clues from other dark web forums. The FBI began a large-scale operation to take down Leng's dark web business in 2022. They confirmed the veracity of the Incognito marketplace by using covert procedures, which included making minor purchases of drugs. The FBI was keeping a close watch on every action that Leng took. They started monitoring his cryptocurrency transactions, his online behavior, and even his travels in the real world. Leng, who was always a self-assured and reckless criminal, appeared to be oblivious to the seriousness of the situation he was in, even though the cops were closing in on him. In May 2022, Leng committed another serious error. He expressed his dissatisfaction in a forum on the dark web, stating that an exchange service had frozen his assets because of illicit activities. He provided the precise quantity of Bitcoin he had sent and the timing of the transaction, which enabled the FBI to track the funds back to a wallet that was linked to Incognito Marketplace. The inquiry picked up even more speed when the FBI found out that Leng had registered a number of domains for his marketplace, including one that was a personal site connected to his real identity. This was the evidence that the FBI was looking for. There was no doubt about the relationship, and Leng was now on their radar. The FBI had gathered sufficient information to proceed with their case against Leng by July 2022. They possessed everything: his personal email, the design of the marketplace operations, transaction logs, and even the Bitcoin wallets associated with Incognito. The authorities were prepared to take action. In early 2024, while Leng was still running his marketplace from St. Lucia and hosting a course on preventing cybercrime, the FBI had already hacked into his systems. They kept a close watch on his movements since they were aware that he was scheduled to fly back to Taiwan with a stopover at JFK Airport in New York. He was captured on March 26, 2024. While Leng was strolling through JFK Airport, investigators encircled him. He had no idea that the FBI had been watching him closely the entire time. He was taken into custody quickly after the arrest. The king of the dark web had been caught due to a number of foolish blunders, the most serious of which was that he had not kept his true identity distinct from his criminal operations. The irony of this was overwhelming. He had combined his public image as a cryptocurrency developer with his illegal enterprise, writing about his marketplace on his Twitter account, and even talking about his illegal activities on online forums. The dark web community was stunned when Leng was taken away in handcuffs. The person who had previously bragged about being a VIP crypto trader and an expert in the area of NFTs was exposed as the brain of one of the most profitable criminal markets on the internet. The arrest was a major news story, and everyone was aware of the irony of the situation. Leng, who had made millions of dollars selling illegal drugs and laundering Bitcoin, had been brought down by his own arrogance, recklessness, and overconfidence. Despite Leng's impressive technological skills in creating a nearly flawless money laundering system, he ultimately failed because of a few minor errors. He used his real identity when carrying out criminal acts. He kept important evidence in an unprotected Gmail account, and he recklessly brought up his marketplace in public forums. Leng's criminal empire came to an end because he did not pay attention to the details. Leng had already established a business empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars by the time he was 23 years old. He had completely changed the way that illegal markets functioned, but in the end, it was his own excessive self-assurance and the most basic mistakes that caused everything to fall apart. Now that Leng is facing a life term in a U.S. prison, his rise and fall serve as a warning to anybody who operates in the shadows of the dark web. No matter how advanced your organization is, even the smallest missteps can lead to your downfall. For Leng, the error was that he combined his true identity with his illegal activities, which led to the collapse of his empire and the loss of his freedom. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.